When you look back at the film from Baylor, what did you see that didn't jump out to you on Friday night?
I think the main thing is that we didn't play as well as I thought. I thought our guys played with a lot of energy, played with a lot of excitement. There's a few positions that we just weren't very good at, and we've addressed it. We got to get it corrected this week. And but looking at it, if we had those certain guys doing certain things, that we've been coaching them to do, and we had a chance. I think we had a chance. And the biggest thing was the biggest disappointment was the second quarter. We just, we had our chances. We had our chances and didn't capitalize, and that was a big disappointment. But really excited for our guys. They did a really good job, man. They came out with a lot of energy, scored on the open play of the game. I think kind of set the tempo, but there was no doubt in my mind that every person on that sideline thought we could win, and that was very encouraging to me, and was very happy that those guys came out and fought and competed the way they did.
Do you think they thought that going into the game, or as
I don't know what
started?
they thought going in. I didn't really know what they thought, but they proved to me that they thought they could win. So I got asked that question before the game by the TV guys, and they proved that they felt they could win. So.
What were some of the biggest things as a staff that you worked through that you liked, and maybe you get worried about going into the game, just the way things operated?
Well, yeah, Coach Morris just alluded to it a little bit, but just from a first staff standpoint, first game, not knowing kind of what to expect from everybody, but from substitutions, from we didn't have any substitution penalties. We subbed a lot of guys in and out. I think that was very encouraging. Got some good information from the box, and so it was good. I mean, we did everything we wanted to do for the first game. So no really big foul ups was the main thing.
How's Braylon Hyder different than Daniel McCarty?
He's a little bit heavier. He missed last season. He missed the spring. I know from an injury. And he's a little heavier than we'd like him to be. He's got to get into more game shape, and he knows that. And obviously, Daniel's had more career starts than Braylon, so that's a deal. But we have a lot of confidence in Braylon. When we put him in 25th play of the game, he did just fine. So got to just continue to work him and get as many reps as we can.
Who's his backup?
Right now would be probably we'd have to move a couple of guys around here and there. So depending on what all happens, so I can't really tell you right now what we would do, but there'd be a couple of different guys moving around.
How did the line grade out?
The line graded out fine. They did a really good job. Like Coach said, man, they came out. We were really proud of those guys. They did a really, really nice job. Did they get tired towards the end? Yes, they got tired. And I think Coach even talked about it, just from our just lack of depth standpoint. We just got to be able to trust the next guy, where we can get some guys in and out and try to develop a rotation there to kind of try to keep some guys fresh early in the season. And once we can do that, then we'll feel a lot better about keeping some guys fresh for the fourth quarter and stuff like that. So.
Gaines wasn't really a factor receiving the ball, but was he a factor with his blocking in the game?
Yeah, he was a factor.
Was he? It seems like on several of those long screen plays, I saw him out in front.
Yeah, he did. He was out doing it. I'll just be honest. We challenged Jerm. Jerm's got to be better, and it's a new position for him. And I got a lot of confidence in Jerm. He's going to bounce back and do better this week. And so he's got to get on. He's got to get it going a little bit better. But him not being a target in the passing game was not by plan. We tried to target him early in the game, and probably we're going to have him open for a touchdown. And Matt saw a lane, took off, ran for a good 30-yard gain. So it wasn't that we weren't trying to target Jerm. It just kind of happened that way.
How pleased were you with the pace of the offense?
I was pleased with it. We ran 45 plays in the first half. We kind of felt like, a little bit there we had to slow down a little bit, try to make sure we were giving our defense adequate time to get some adjustments made on the sideline. But then again, too, we weren't able in the second half to pick up. We had too many 3-and-outs, and you can't go fast when you're doing that. And so first half, very excited about 45 plays in the first half. But like again, we got to continue. We're going to do whatever it takes to win. If we got to slow down, we got to speed up, whatever we got to do. That's what we're going to do to win.
Did you feel early on, I mean, first half, or basically through 3 quarters, that you really had surprised them a lot with what you guys were running?
Yeah, I don't know if it was about what we ran. I think we might have surprised them more just by our kids coming out with a lot of energy and excitement, and playing them hard and fighting them toe to toe. Stood toe to toe with them 4 teams in the country for the greater part of 3 quarters. But we got to continue to get better to compete with those guys for 4 quarters, and we will.
Had a lot of freshmen like Xavier Jones, Braden West contribute a lot. What did you think about the freshmen's contributions?
Yeah, I knew going into the game those guys were going to be great, and we tried to keep it a secret as long as we could, but we definitely hit on those 2 guys. Very, very happy with the way they played. Not only I know everybody sees them with the ball in their hand, but when they don't have the ball in their hand, they still play extremely hard and block, extremely hard. So. Very excited to have those guys. Coach Mathis did a heck of a job getting those guys ready. And he did also a heck of a job of substituting those guys and even substituting Prescott in and out when we were using Prescott in different situations and different positions. So very pleased, very, very pleased with the running back group.
Coach
Corbin
Morris.
has really established himself. What does he bring to the table that makes him so good, so valuable?
Well, his height, for one. He's a really big, tall kid. That has really worked on his ball skills. He's done an excellent job this summer and even spring working on his ball skills and being able to torque his body and catch balls in hard situations. There's a couple of balls that I wish Cortland would have caught, and maybe I even told him lay out for that one in the end zone, see what happens, and we tie the game up. We lay out, make a great catch right there, we tie it up. So. But very pleased with Cortland, man. He did an unbelievable job on the first play of the game. Wasn't really executed the way we drew it up, but Cortland was able to run by his guy anyway and make a play.
Was that going to be the call no matter where you
No
started?
matter what. And it was going to be a touchdown no matter what. I promise you. I know that the kickoff return set it up, but Matt Davis texted me 2 weeks ago and said he really wanted to take a shot first play. And he had another play in mind, but the way studying Baylor on film, what we were trying to do is trying to really grab the safety with our number 2 receiver and have Cortland one-on-one. And our number 2 receiver kind of got held up, kind of got walled a little bit. And thankfully the safety attached to him anyway, and we were able to get one-on-one. But I had a good feeling if we were able to protect it and get the ball out, we're going to have a chance to score first play.
You guys script a lot of the early part of the game?
Oh, yeah. We script a lot of it.
Coach Morris said that 25 carries is too much for Matt Davis. Does he still have a green light when he sees a lane open up, or do you put something in to sort of put the brakes on him and let him look for more receivers?
No, I'm not putting any brakes on him. If he sees it, he can do whatever he needs to do to make a play. I think Matt's got to learn how to get out. He's got to learn to get out because he won't last, and I told him this, he won't last the whole season, playing like that. And but let me just say this, man, Matt Davis was a warrior the other night. He played extremely hard. It meant a lot to him. It meant a ton to him. And I spent a lot of time with him in the locker room after the game, and he was very upset. And he tried to leave everything out on that field that he possibly could leave. And very, very proud of him. But he's got to learn to get out. We had sliding practice. I'm sure y'all saw on Twitter. We had sliding practice. He's got to use that in the game. He's got to learn to get out and get what he can. But don't want to put the reins on him too much because, shoot, he's making so many plays with his feet. It's hard to say, hey, dude. But yeah, like Coach said, it's got to be a pass first mentality. He can't just run first mentality, and if it's there, you can pull it down and run. But he did a really nice job the other night.
What do you think about the other receivers aside from Portland, just the way they performed, the rotation?
Yeah, we had a little bit too many MAs for a first game, but a lot of those were freshman mistakes. Not getting the signal, looking at the wrong signal. But other than that, they played pretty well. We got to be better with the ball, without the ball in our hand. I mean, I challenged those guys to me, and I told the guys, and we're honest here, and they had a little bit too much brother-in-law going on out there. We want them coming off the ball, and if you ain't getting the ball, you're not fighting somebody, but you're punching them in the mouth. You're blocking down the field, and there's no brother-in-law going on when we get to game time. And that was one thing we addressed, and those guys are going to get it right this week, and we're not going to be known as receivers that just play when we got the ball in our hand. We're going to be known as receivers that we come off the ball every play, and you better watch out because we're coming after you. And that's why we need to play.
And you've got a quarterback like Matt who's so competitive, wants to get that extra yard. How do you, as a coach, like get it across to him that he needs to slide? Ask
him, please. Say, please, Matt, get down. No, he's going to learn because he was pretty sore after the game. I mean, and he's got to learn. We always talk about, on nakeds that, hey, don't take a sack or a hit on a naked. I mean, you just can't do that. And we also talk about, hey, get out of bounds, extend your career, or get down, extend your career, because there's only so many hits you can take. And he took a lot of hard hits the other night, and really scared me when he went down. Thankfully, it was just a cramp, obviously, but we got to have Matt, and Matt's got to learn that he's got to get down and extend his career and extend the season for him.
How familiar are you with North Texas's new defensive coordinator, and what do you expect schematically on Saturday?
That's an interesting question, and I didn't even know this until I looked it up. But he was I actually played against him. He was at Maryland, and I was playing at Middle Tennessee, and in 07, and so I can look that up. But I'm not very familiar with him other than that. I know I played against him. Seen a couple of the things that I remember as a player that from his schemes throughout, we've looked up where his previous stint in other places, and been watching that. But it's really tough because this is their first game, and not really knowing what to expect. It's kind of one of the more difficult things for this game that we're just going to have to, again, like Coach Moore said, and it's every week. It's not just this week; it's every week. We got to worry about the SMU Mustangs, and we got to get ourselves right. Make sure we know what we're doing and know the game plan.